To all you buggers who took the mickey out of my accent in my Trailer 2 video, I've only got one thing to say to you lot. Afternoon all. How the devil are you? Heading home from work. Another average day. And I thought I'd actually do a response. Never done one before. But Sam Smith did a video just recently about the situation he found himself in with a car dealer and the service he received. Well, it wasn't actually really service, it was more sort of strange behaviour. I think would be the best way to describe it. Sam was asking questions and the guy just didn't want to answer. Which seemed a bit strange to me, but anyway. My wee thing was way back when I wanted to buy a Jeep Cherokee 2010, and our local Jeep dealer had one in stock. Obviously second hand, couldn't afford a new one, but second hand. Obviously low mileage and everything as you look for, you know. So me having a SAD, social anxiety disorder, I thought I'd get there sort of early when it's nice and quiet. So there's no sort of crowds and stuff, you know. I won't feel too self-conscious and what have you. So I went down there on a Sunday. Sorry, I thought I'd cut out those traffic lights. Instead of having me sitting there for 5 minutes watching nothing. Anyway, yeah, we got down there on a Sunday morning. 5 minutes after the place had, oh, he has more red traffic lights. Well, if you live in England, you're used to this stuff. Anyway, yeah, 9:05, I think it was. Could have been 10:05 being a Sunday, but anyway. Nobody there. Door was open, so wandered in, had the wife with us, Mrs. Ash. And obviously she has multiple sclerosis, walks with a stick, can barely walk basically. So sort of wanders into the showroom, nobody there. So we're standing there for a few minutes and this guy comes charging past, barely even acknowledges us, then eventually comes wandering back. Yes? A little bit flustered. I said, I'm interested in the Jeep Cherokee. Don't have any, can't get them. Oh, well, I thought you were advertising one second hand. No, that one's sold, can't get them anymore. Yeah, very short with this. Obviously had no time at all for me as a customer. I was downright rude. So I said again, oh well, you're advertising it. Well no, it's sold. It's in the logbook. I says, well, is there any chance I could possibly have a look? Basically, I've never seen one up front and personal on the interior. So he turns tail, doesn't say a word, just wanders off, comes back, he's on the far side of the showroom, just keeps walking towards the side door, shouts across, follow me. So anyway, we get outside and this guy is literally jogging across the parking lot. Now he has my wife with a walking stick, can barely move, and this obnoxious little twat is just away. So we'll finally catch up to him, and he's at these big electric gates, which by the time we get are fully open, and he stops us at the gate. Sorry, I can't go any further. There it is over there, and he points at the Jeep Cherokee parked. I said, well, yeah, that's great, could we have a look inside please? No, that one's sold, it's a customer's car, and he hits the button for the gates to close, and off he goes. and just leaves me and my wife standing there. Well, my temper at that point was utterly foul. So we left, and for the rest of the day, my temper just got worse and worse and worse. I thought, this obnoxious little bastard, probably because he hasn't had his Sunday morning coffee, he's been lumbered with opening the place up, and he's taking it out on his first customers. And that was the thing. We would have been customers. We would have bought a car. Anyway, that night I decided, well, I've got to do something. So I wrote an email to the managing director, because all the employees were listed for this garage up on their website. So I directed my email to the managing director. This must have been, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the afternoon that Sunday. And it wasn't really ranting or nasty or anything like that. I was just sort of putting my point across and saying, you know, how do you really expect to keep customers when your staff act in this manner, and sort of explain exactly what happened. You know, wife with a walking stick, this guy's attitude stunk and what have you. And bearing in mind this is a Sunday, and by 10 o'clock that Sunday night, the managing director had emailed me back profuse apologies. Was pretty shocked and horrified. I mean, for this guy to get out of his way on a Sunday night to email me, I thought it was quite good to start with. And he says, you know, we can't put up with this. Could you please come into the showroom on Tuesday and let me make things right? And I thought, no, you've had it, kind of thing. But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, you know, this guy's not really going to learn his lesson if I just walk away. So I emailed back and I says, I don't think there's much you can do. I'm not going to buy a car from you, but I'm happy to come in. And he replied, thanking me very much and looking forward to seeing it. So anyway, I went in on the Tuesday, and the salesman was there on the showroom floor with a face like thunder. It looked like he'd been smacked up one side and down the other. The boss had obviously had great words with him. Welcomed me into the office, and I'm not kidding, this guy couldn't have been nicer. He was nice, he was down to earth, he was great, he was cracking jokes, he was taking the mickey royally out of his employee, and basically just making me feel very much at home. And he explained that he'd looked around and he found me a car if I was still willing to give them a go. It's exactly the model I wanted, exactly the colour I wanted. And he says, I can pick the phone up now and we can sort this out if you want to go ahead. And I thought, well, it's what I want, why not? So anyway, long story short, he gave me a good deal on my car. It wasn't a great deal, I'll be honest, but it was a good deal. But I did get a great deal on the Jeep. Less than 20 grand for a £27,000 car is a pretty damn good deal, I think. And anyway, the moral of that story, I think, is it's not always just the dealership that's treating you poorly. It may just be one salesman, maybe even just that salesman on that particular day happens to be in a mood or whatever. I mean, it happens to all, really. But all's well that ended well. And at the end of the day, that Jeep Cherokee that I bought from that garage remains now the best ever car I have ever driven, ever ridden in, ever owned. It was an amazing car. I loved that thing. The only reason I had to sell it was because it was too expensive to run. Just a crying shame, but... So, anyway, that was my little story. Just a quick reply to Sam Smith's original post, which I'll link to in the email, in the comments below, obviously. And I'll let you get on your merry way. Sorry, this one dragged out a little bit. So I'll see you, I know. Ta-ta.